Here are some true or false questions on characteristics of functions. Question number 1. Indicate whether the statement is true or false. A. Even functions are symmetric about x-axis. B. Odd degree function has no restriction on range. C. Reciprocal parent function is always decreasing in its domain. D. Rate of change of parent quadratic function is always increasing. E. Even degree functions are even functions. F. Inverse of x equals to minus 5 is not a function. G. F of x equals to tan x is an odd function. H. F of x equals to minus absolute x to the power of 5 is an even function. I. Absolute functions can have two x-intercepts. J. A function cannot be both even and odd. Put your choices, think about it, and then see the video for the right answers. Let's go through them one by one. Question 1a is, even functions are symmetric about which axis? It is not x, it is y-axis, correct? And therefore, this statement is false. Odd degree function has no restriction on the range. That is true. The odd degree functions go from minus infinity to plus infinity, right? If you remember, like x cube, you can take simple examples like x cube like this, right? So as far as range is concerned, they have no restrictions, right? That's true. Reciprocal parent function is always decreasing in its domain. Think about it. How does reciprocal parent function look like? You see, like this. Do you see it is decreasing? Yes, it is. How about this? It is decreasing, right? Whenever you see a function, you see from left to right. And if you see left to right, it is decreasing, correct? So this statement is true. Rate of change of parent quadratic function is always increasing. Let's try to sketch and see this also. This is a quadratic function, correct? And what is rate of change? Rate of change is kind of slope at any point. If you see the slope, let's see this. Slope here is negative, right? Very high negative value, less negative, 0, positive, high positive. Do you see that? So it is increasing. Rate of change of parent quadratic function is always increasing. That is true. Even degree functions are even functions. Well, they may be, but not necessarily, right? For example, if I write the function x squared plus x, it's not even, right? Here we have an odd term. It is false. Inverse of x equals to minus 5 is not a function. So how will this line look like? Inverse of x equals to minus 5. X equals to minus 5 is this line, right? Its inverse will be this line. It is a function. So inverse of x minus x is not a function, is false. Fx equals to tan x is an odd function. Think about it. What is tan of minus x? Tan of minus x is equals to minus of tan x, correct? So it is an odd function. So that is true. Fx equals to minus x to the power 5 is an even function. Well, minus x to the power of 5. So it will like be x to the power of 5. Anything in the brackets, it becomes positive, right? So it will be same as this, correct? Therefore, it is true. Absolute function can have two x-intercepts. That is true. We can make an absolute function like this, right? Two x-intercepts. You can always transform a function, bring it down, up, reflect. So it can have, right? It may not have 2, but it has option for having 0, 1 or 2, 3 options. So 2 is definitely a possibility. So that's true. A function cannot be both even or odd. Well, there is only one function which is both even and odd. and the function is fx equals to 0. Right? Fx equals to 0 is x-axis. It is symmetric about y-axis also, and it has odd symmetry about origin also. So it is both even and odd. So a function cannot be both even and odd is false. So these are our answers of multiple choice, or true or false, for characteristics of functions, and I think they give you a fairly good idea about functions also. I hope you learn from this. Thank you.